Hello and welcome to today's Moto News Worldwide video on the Motocross Network. Now, normally I don't do news videos on race day, but we have so many great stories that have come out last night and this morning that I figured I would do one anyway. So today we've got some good news, some bad. We're going to start with the announcement that Jeremy Seewer, the current factory Kawasaki MXGP rider, has inked a deal with Ducati for 2025 and beyond. Then we're going to look at some injury updates. Recent ones, we have Jalek Swoll. He'll be missing Texas today. And then we have some bad news regarding Casey Cochran. He will be missing both SMX rounds due to a knee injury sustained last weekend at Charlotte. After that, I have some more information regarding Honda HRC rider Chance Hymas. They did mention it on Race Day Live. I was just watching it. I was actually writing the story as they went on there and announced that he was out today. But I have some more information regarding his injury and the plans moving forward. Then to cap off this video, we're going to look at another Motocross of Nations team announcement, and that is Team Estonia. All right, before we get into the news, issue number 10 of the Motocross Network magazine is in production as we speak. Like I mentioned before, it was delayed, but I believe I'm supposed to have it in the middle of next week, hopefully. So those of you who pre-order the copy and MagPass subscribers, you should be getting it by about next weekend, hopefully, as long as it's not delayed again. Again, sorry for the delay. That's not on my part. That's on the printing company's part. We do have some back issues still available if you're interested. Issue number 9, issue number 8. And then we have some from last year that are on sale, if I can find it here. These are on sale. They're really cheap, so if you want a cheap one, those are available. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. It means the world to us that you're supporting us. And again, sorry for the delay. Hopefully we can get this magazine to you guys as quick as possible. All right, first story of the day, an incredible one. The rumor has finally been confirmed. Ducati has officially announced a contract with Jeremy Seewer, marking a significant milestone as the first MXGP World Championship rider to join their roster. The 2025 season will see Ducati fully competing in the MXGP World Championship for the first time. This was confirmed in a Ducati press release this morning. The press release read, quote, Jeremy Seewer will be one of 2 official Ducati riders who will take part in the 2025 MXGP World Championship with the Desmo 450 MX bike. The 30-year-old Swiss rider, born in Bulik on 18th July 1994, has signed a 2-year agreement, 2025 to 2026, with the Borgo Panigale, not sure if that's right, manufacturer. Seewer made his World Championship debut in 2012 and was twice runner-up in MX2 in 2016 and 2017, and 3 times runner-up in MXGP in 2019, 2020, and 2022, while he finished 3rd in 2023. He has 5 victories in MX2 and 8 in MXGP to his name. Seewer is currently lying 4th in the 2024 championship with 2 races remaining of the season. Jeremy Seewer's 2-year contract to Ducati offers some stability and an exciting new venture. Following his tenure with the factory KRT Kawasaki team, Seewer now faces the task of leading Ducati to the forefront of the MXGP World Championship. Ducati is set to announce a second rider that will be joining Seewer in the coming weeks, and we'll update you as soon as that information becomes official. Now, this was rumored for a while, as Seewer has been eager for change. He has been open about his struggles on Kawasaki. His results show that he's struggling. In years past, he's been a consistent podium finisher and race winner, always in title contention, usually running in points around 2nd, 3rd. He went from, at worst, a top 5 guy in years past to this year where he's been consistently between that top 5 to 10 spot, which is very out of character for Seewer. Now, he has had some good finishes this year, but mostly 5th to 10th, which is not great for him. He does seem to be figuring things out, though, as he got his 2nd podium on Kawasaki this past weekend in Turkey, so hopefully things are moving in the right direction for him as we come to the closing races of the season. Is it smart for him to switch teams after only being on Kawasaki for a year? I don't know. Maybe the change will be good for him. Maybe it would have been better for him to stick it out for a bit and give Kawasaki a second chance, maybe stay with him another year and see if he gets more comfortable. Only time will tell on that. I am super pumped to see him heading up the Ducati factory team, though. I'm excited to see what he and the team have in store for us in 2025. I think it'll be overall a positive change for the veteran. What are your guys' thoughts on this announcement? Should Seewer have stuck it out with Kawi for another year or so? Or was it smarter to switch to Ducati? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Now, before we move on, this video is sponsored by Blood Lubricants. Blood is a premium off-road oil and lubricant company based right here in the United States. They have everything from chain lube to regular engine oil to their Clutch RX prescription engine oil. They've even got bloodbath, wash, and wax. They've got a bunch of premium products. It's all great stuff, but don't take my word for it. It's all Chris Kiefer tested and approved as well. So if you're going to change your oil, don't chintz out. Get the high-quality, American-made stuff. I can even save you guys some money for a limited time. Use our code TMN25 for 25% off site-wide. So go give them some love. Head to bloodlubricants.com today. All right, on to the first injury update of the day. Jalek Swoll sustained a concussion during last weekend's race in North Carolina. Triumph Racing has announced that Swoll will not participate in the second round of the SMX Playoffs in Fort Worth, Texas today. Swoll experienced a severe crash right at the start of the first moto, prompting an immediate red flag since the incident occurred on an active part of the track. He remained motionless, knocked out for about a minute before medical staff assisted him to the Alpinestars medical cart, effectively ending his participation for the day as he didn't compete in the second moto. Now, for those of you who didn't see it or forgot, here's that crash. A gnarly one for sure. On Sunday, Swoll reassured fans via Instagram, humorously stating, quote, "Just took a quick nap on Saturday, I'll be okay," while confirming he was under concussion protocol. Although he had hoped to compete in the upcoming round that's taking place today in Texas, the team confirmed that he will be sitting out the race. Now, Swoll started the SMX Playoffs ranked 8th based on the combined 250 AMA Supercross and Motocross standings. However, following his inability to score in the first round, he dropped all the way to 17th. Unfortunate for Swoll. You hate to see it. I was really looking forward to seeing what he had in SuperMotocross on the Triumph. Hopefully he'll be good for Vegas. A lot of people were mad at Deegan online about this crash, saying that he caused it and had it been the other way around. A lot of trash talk would have occurred both online and on the podium and all that. Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with those statements, but I'm sure if it was Deegan that went down, he wouldn't have just poked fun at the crash saying, "Oh, I took a nap." Choice words would have been said from him, that's for sure. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think this was Deegan's fault? What do you think would have happened if it was the other way around? How do you feel about Swoll missing the race today? Let me know all your thoughts down below. All right, before we move on, this video is sponsored by Sweet Life CBD. Now, we're all moto people here, and what comes with our sport is never-ending aches and pains. CBD can be a great natural solution for this. Introducing Sweet Life. Sweet Life grows all their hemp here in the United States, and all their products are THC-free. All their products are also third-party tested for purity, so you know it's all high-quality stuff. They also used to sponsor Rocky Mountain KTM and Blake Baggett before that team closed its doors, so they have a history in our sport. If you want to get rid of those aches and pains in a more natural way, head to GetSweetLife.com and use our code TMN for 20% off site-wide. Links in the description. All right, on to the second injury update. Another injured rider sitting out this weekend in Texas, and the finale in Las Vegas is a rookie rider for Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. That is Casey Cochran. Cochran had a huge crash last weekend in Charlotte during qualifying. If you haven't seen it, here's that crash clip. So, yeah, besides Swoll's crash, that was probably the worst crash of Charlotte SMX. Casey sat out last weekend's race and will be out for the remainder of the SMX season due to a knee injury sustained from this crash. In his full debut season as a professional, Cochran concluded the 250 Pro Motocross Championship in 13th, marking his best performance with a third overall at the Spring Creek National with 9-3 results on that day back in mid-July. Cochran, hailing from Florida, entered the playoffs ranked 18th in combined 250 SMX points from Supercross and Motocross. His Supercross season was limited to just 3 rounds, having obtained his pro license via the Supercross Futures program. So not too bad of a year for the rookie. It sucks to see him sit out all of SMX, but it's probably the smartest decision. Just get this fixed now and then take the winter to recover and prepare for 2025. We're wishing him a speedy recovery and look forward to seeing what he has in his sophomore season next year. All right, on to the final injury update of the day. Honda HRC rider Chance Hymas. They spoke about him a little bit on the Race Day live show. As I was writing this, they mentioned that he will be out due to a bone bruise on top of not having an ACL. So a little bit of a rough situation for Hymas. So anyway, Hymas had us all wondering what happened to him last weekend. He went from being a podium contender week in and week out in Pro Motocross earning a spot on Team USA for Motocross of Nations, to finishing 16th overall at round 1 of SuperMotocross. So was it just an off weekend? How bad's the injury? We were wondering if he crashed. We were just all left wondering what happened, as the broadcast gives absolutely zero screen time to anyone outside the top 5. So we really didn't see Hymas all day, and we were just wondering what was going on. Come to find out, there were 2 problems. One a little more problematic than the other. First, he was very uncomfortable. He couldn't find a good bike setup, which was kind of expected as it was his SMX debut, but 16th, that couldn't be the only thing holding him back. Well, we later found out that he was also dealing with a nagging knee injury. He dabbed his foot, agitating it again. He said it wasn't a problem until he dabbed it, and then it became a big problem, which led to him sitting out the race today. He went on to say in a post-race interview that the pain was excruciating, and he was basically riding on one leg for the final race, so that led to his poor finish. Here's what he had to say in a post-race interview with Kellen Brower of SYS Moto.
First of all, it was a disappointing day for sure, but I just was uncomfortable all day, and I just couldn't really get a flow, and you gotta get used to being uncomfortable riding this SMX stuff, but the second moto, I was halfway through the moto, I just dabbed my knee really hard and tweaked it, and I did the same thing with Washougal. Just when it does that, just for a solid 10-15 minutes, it just flares up and can't really put any weight on it, so I try to basically the last half of the moto I rode on my right leg, right now it's still a bit sore, but it's just, unfortunately, that's just kind of what I'm dealing with, the cards that I've been dealt so far, so just need to, figure some things out. And overall, the bike was good, team was working their butts off for me. I got some personal problems I need to figure out. Honestly, it's just I need to be better as a person and as a racer, and I guess next week can come in a lot more prepared. I was behind the 8 ball all weekend, starting Friday, so need to be better next weekend.
So it doesn't sound too good. He is out for the final 2 rounds of SuperMotocross, hopefully giving him enough time to recover from that injury for Motocross of Nations next month. Unfortunate state of affairs for Hymas. You hate to see it. He was having such a good year, and we were all looking forward to him racing SMX and, of course, representing the USA at Motocross of Nations. But it sounds to me that even if he takes time to recover, he's not going to be racing on all cylinders at Matterley Basin. Obviously, he has no ACL. That's not good. That's going to be rough to ride with on top of the bone bruise, which should be healed up by then. But, hopefully we see a healthier Hymas by Motocross of Nations, and, we know he's going to give it his all, but that kind of lowers our chances of success there now. All right, final story of the day. We got another team announcement for Motocross of Nations. Team Estonia. On the first weekend of October, the legendary Motocross of Nations takes place at Matterley Basin, England. This year, Estonia will be represented by Gert Krestinov in MXGP, Harri Kullas in Open, and Tanel Leok in MX2. Now, Krestinov and Kullas have proved themselves this year in AMA Pro Motocross and are great choices, but why the veteran Tanel Leok, who has over 500 GPs under his belt? Definitely not the ideal choice for MX2, right? They were originally going to select Jorgen Matthias Talviku, but he is still out with Epstein-Barr virus, and he chose to sit out the rest of the season to get healthy, prepping for the 2025 Supercross and Motocross season. So that led to their decision to select the veteran Tanel Leok. Now, when it comes to top teams in Motocross of Nations, Estonia usually doesn't come to mind for most people, but they do have a good record in recent years. Last year, they didn't do too great, but in 2021, they placed 7th, and in 2019, they finished 4th. That's just incredible. So they've got great riders, we know that. And who was on that team in 2019? Well, 2 of those riders are on the team again this year. Harri Kullas and Tanel Leok represented the team back then. So I think the team has good potential. Underdogs for sure, but they have 3 good, consistent riders. And that could play in their favor if a lot of guys crash out or there's some mistakes, a pile up. If they're consistent and stay off the ground, this could play in their favor. Now let's look at these guys. Notably in 2024, Kullas had a season best finish of 9th, and that was actually 3 rounds in a row during AMA Pro Motocross. And Gert Krestinov also raced a couple rounds here in America. His best finish was at Southwick, 11th overall. So these guys clearly have potential, as both of them did this on a basically stock bike on their own dime. So these guys are good. They're consistent. I think Team Estonia is going to be an underdog to root for this year at Motocross of Nations. All right, that's all I have for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on all these stories? How do you feel about Seewer signing with Ducati? How about Hymas injury, Swoll, Cochran? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to go support our advertisers, Blood, Lubricants, and Sweet Life CBD. The links are in the description for all of that, along with codes to save you some money. Finally, don't forget to head to our website and snag a copy of our magazine. The latest, wrong one. The latest issue number 10 is up for pre-order and will be shipping out soon. And we also have some back issues on there that are still available. So go get them while you can. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.